So why do people tell women to smile? I want to open it up to public discussion so that maybe we can brainstorm and build some awareness and maybe hopefully change things. So a couple of weeks ago, I was told to smile. And by the way, okay, I want to point out it wasn't a guy. It was a woman who told me to smile. It pissed me off beyond belief. And I had a hard time verbalizing why that is. And there are a couple of things that I came up with that I want to talk about. So first of all, I want to ask the guys that are watching this video, if there are any, are you being told to smile? Do you ever get told to smile? Because I don't think we tell men to smile. Do we? I would love to know. Second point I want to make is if you are a person who's told a woman or maybe a man to smile, I am not here to shame you, okay? I think shame is a really, really unhelpful emotion and it keeps us stuck, and that's not really what we want. We want to build awareness and we want to make positive change going forward. So having said that, let's get into it. Obviously, if you have different perceptions and theories, feel free to share them. The only thing that I ask is that we discuss respectfully. Okay, so why are people telling women to smile? I think there's a couple of reasons. So the first one I can come up with is maybe people are so uncomfortable with women not being happy and projecting joy and radiance that they just cannot control themselves, and they're like, I gotta say something, I gotta change the situation, and they're like, smile, because you think that that's actually gonna help. Or don't you think that if we were happy we would be smiling? So maybe if this is the case, just chill, let people have their emotions. So that's one reason that I can think of why people tell women to smile. Or maybe your message is not to take life too seriously. But then there are better ways to go about that than to tell someone to smile. Or maybe is it about controlling the other person? Maybe you wish to see this person smiling. You think the best way to go about that is to tell them what to do, how to feel, so that you can feel better. You're not going to make them feel better. It's making the other person feel guilty for not being happy, and they're already feeling shitty probably. That's why they're not smiling. So they don't need more guilt and shame. Just a guess. Another reason that I can think of is to police how women show up in public, because women have been conditioned for a very long time to be pleasing, accessible, and non-threatening. We should normalize having a wide array of emotions other than just joy and happiness, because women don't owe you happy. So why is society so afraid of women that are serious, neutral, or even angry? By telling a woman to smile, you're actually not giving a shit about why she's not smiling. You're just telling her what you think she should do or feel. And I think that's messed up. By telling a woman to smile, you are taking away from the reality of what she's actually feeling. She's being encouraged to be disconnected from her actual feelings, and it disconnects us from our authenticity. And another important message that it sends women is that women's worth is tied to their appearance. And I think that is such a dangerous one. And it's sending a message that whatever state they're in is unacceptable. That we're only accepted when we are radiant and joyful and expressing happiness. If you actually genuinely care, maybe you could show some curiosity about why it is that she's not smiling. And if you really want to contribute to her happiness, you could find out what her needs are and then meet that need. And maybe she's actually going to be happy and smile, which is going to be genuine and not performative. Or if you don't want to go through the trouble of doing that, here's an idea. Then maybe just zip it, let her go on about her day as she is in whatever emotional state she's in. I could be wrong, but I think men are actually being taken more seriously when they're neutral and gloomy. Now let's flip the script. Okay, so what if as a man, you're feeling kind of doubtful and someone comes up to you and they're like, come on, look confident. Isn't that just completely disregarding whatever that person is feeling, do you think they're gonna make that face and they're gonna like feel better? I doubt it. Or what if as a man you're feeling like a little bit weak that day? What if I tell you to look tough? Would that help? So today is actually a really good example because I don't feel like smiling. This morning I had to put down an animal and I cried all morning, but I still wanted to shoot this video because that was the schedule. There is still a little voice in my head that is telling me that I should be smiling, and I believe that whoever's watching this video can handle me not smiling. So to conclude, I just want to say, like, if you are genuinely coming from a place where you want women to be happy and joyful, and you genuinely care, then maybe you can contribute to our happiness and radiance and joy by creating a world that feels safe, secure, where we are supported and respected. And yeah, I want to see everyone smiling as well, but it's not my place to tell anyone to do what I wish them to do. I don't know if I have any advice as to like how to respond to when somebody asks you to smile. You could like not. You could tell them that you don't feel like it. You could tell them to mind their own business. I don't know. But I think people should just like stop telling other people what to feel. So I hope that this video contributed to building some kind of an awareness around this and how it might feel for the other person. If you truly want us to be happy and radiant, ask us what would get us there. Telling us to smile is not going to do the job. Instead, maybe find out what the reason is why we're not smiling, if you care. If not, feel free to just like walk on by. So if this video resonated with you, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel where I talk about topics that I think will make the world a better place.